Good morning, everybody. My name is Sandra Long, hearing officer for the City of St. Louis Conditional Use Hearings. My colleague Ron Chapman and I will be conducting today's scheduled hearing on applications for a conditional use permit. We are recording these, excuse me. We are recording these hearings as a permanent record. We ask that you remain on mute if you are not giving testimony. If you're calling by phone, it is *6 to mute and unmute. If multiple people are sharing a screen, we ask that only one person speak at a time, and please refrain from side conversations during an individual's testimony. These requests are made so we can accurately record the information and hear from those giving testimony. When each address is called, I ask that the applicant or representative indicate you are present. I will then ask you to state your name and your address for the record. After a time of questions with the applicant, I will call for testimony from any persons in favor of the application. Then I will ask for testimony from any persons in opposition to the application. Following today's hearing, our office will make a recommendation to the Board of Public Service, which is a separate department here at the city. They will make the final recommendation, as no decision will be made here today. Therefore, you are welcome to leave or stay on the call and listen to the other cases. The Board of Public Service will notify the applicant by mail regarding the findings of your conditional use permit. First case, 4895 Calvin Avenue, AOP 10976-24, 11 Homes, Group Home, Zone A, Single Family Dwelling District, Ward 12. Do I have anybody here for 4895 Calvin?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I get your name and address, please?
Nikita Isaac, 4895 Calvin.
You want to explain what you're doing?
Yes, I'm opening up a group home, allowing two individuals to live in the home so that we can take care of whatever needs as far as feeding, bathing, personal care.
Where will you get your residents from?
We will put out pamphlets. We will reach out to individuals in the community.
I have to apply for BMH funding.
I can only talk to one of you guys at a. I can only talk to
Oh,
one.
I apologize.
So you'll have time to in a minute. Let me finish.
Okay.
And then we'll come.
No problem. Thank you.
How many rooms do you have?
2.
Do you have additional staff?
Yes.
How many staff will you have?
It would just be 2 for now.
Okay. Do you have any other programs or facilities?
No, ma'am.
How long do you see the average stay being?
I'll say 6 months to a year.
Okay. Are you going to post any signs?
No, ma'am.
Just let him in. There's a lot.
Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have access to a commercial dumpster?
Yes.
Are you paid by the state?
Not yet.
Are you gonna be when you get clients?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Will they have like special needs?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Have you reached out to your alderman or your neighborhood association?
Yes.
So I have a letter of opposition from our lack of support from Alderwoman Tyus, who would like for you to meet with the neighborhood association. Do you have a problem with me continuing this for you to meet with the neighborhood association?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If you want to call if you want to call the zoning office after this meeting, which I'll probably be in here for like an hour and a half, but after that, I can give you all the information that she sent today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the phone number is 622-3666. So we'll go ahead and continue this. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, thank you. Ma'am, did
thank
you
you.
still want to speak today?
No, ma'am, I don't have anything further. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Mhm.
Is there anyone else here in favor of this application that would like to speak? Is there
No,
anyone
ma'am.
here opposed to this application that would like to speak? Okay, we'll call this hearing heard. Thank you. And
Thank you.
I'll be out of here in 2 hours. Okay.
Okay,
And my name's Sandy.
Sandy. Okay. Thank you, Miss Sandy.
You're welcome.
All right.
Next case is 6166 Delmar Boulevard, Unit B. AOP-12333-256166 Delmar Boulevard, Church on Delmar, banquet hall event space with consumption of liquor. F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 10. Do I have anybody here for 6166 Delmar?
Yes, ma'am. Joey Pentozzi.
Can I get a mailing address for you?
My mailing address, you talking about personal address or business address?
Somewhere you can receive mail.
Send it to 1788 Red Oak Court, Liberty, Missouri, 64068.
You want to explain a little bit about what you're doing here?
Yes, ma'am. We have an existing business called Suede, and there's a an open area just above that uh, Suede location. We are going to turn it into a banquet hall and event space. Um, Use it for primarily the community in the neighborhood. Everything will be third partied, catered by other businesses surrounding. We'll have everything from weddings to some of the hotel events across the street there at Moonlight, some things with the pageant, just basically a large community event space. Occupancy will be about 120, 140, somewhere in there.
Are you the only tenant in the building?
We are.
Okay. You answered a few of my questions already. So this is doing the event space is totally new.
The event space, well, yeah, the building has existed forever. That room's been up there since whenever they built that church originally.
Okay. I see you have consumption of liquor. Are you gonna have consumption of marijuana as well?
There will be consumption of liquor. Cannabis will be used, private events. It's a cannabis and non-cannabis event space, all within, the rules are uh, with cannabis consumption, it has to be a private event, has to be proper age. We're pretty familiar because we have the Suede dispensaries. So we're real familiar with all the laws that do so. Alcohol, again, we won't have an alcohol license or a picnic license. That will be up to the event planner to provide all that, things like a
Okay.
picnic license, catering license.
I think you still need to get a consumption of liquor license. You might check into that.
Okay. Yeah, from everything that I initially seen, we did not, but I'll
Okay,
double check.
double check that.
Yeah.
How many exits does the event space have?
It has two stairway exits leading to one main exit, and it also has an elevator that takes you down to an exit.
Okay. Do you have off-street parking?
There is off-street parking, not necessarily that's assigned to us, but that neighborhood uses.
Is that the parking lot on the other side of the street?
Yep, that's
Okay,
correct.
public parking. Have you had any health or safety inspections done yet?
We have had we actually were premature and had our occupancy uh, inspection passed everything, but it was on hold till we had this rezoning meeting.
Okay. Are you having any outside seating?
We will,
You muted yourself.
I'm sorry, we will not.
No outside seating? And there's no cooking?
No cooking. All food will be catered by neighborhood vendors and businesses, third party.
Okay. You have access to a commercial dumpster?
We do, ma'am.
Okay. Are you going to post any signs for the event space?
Only signage will be things like an A-frame near the signage that we already use out there on the
So
sidewalk
if
there.
you post any signs, you'll need a permit. So, okay.
Understood.
Let's see. I think I have a letter of support from Shamim Clark Hubbard and a letter of support from the president of the Skinker Developer Community Council.
Yeah, we presented to the neighborhood and community last week, I believe.
Okay. So I got questions we ask everybody. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No. I mean, I don't
Okay.
understand the question, I guess. No.
It's just asking if the use will be bad for the neighborhood.
No. Yeah, that's
Will
what
the
okay.
use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, ma'am.
Well, thank you for your testimony. Is there anybody in support of this application that would like to speak? Is there anybody opposed to this application that would like to speak? Okay, we'll call you, get this hearing heard. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Three six one five Bates Street, AOP 12577 25, Tehran Market, convenience store, no cooking, no liquor, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 1. Do I have anybody here for 3615 Bates? You're muted, ma'am. You're still
Huh?
muted. There we go. I
Hello.
can hear you now.
Yes.
Hi.
Her English is not good. My wife and I will talk.
Which one of you are going to talk about the business?
I actually be business for her, and I want to talk about it.
Okay, I can only have one person talking at a time, okay?
Okay.
So can I get your name and address, please?
Yeah. Tara Soini 3615 Betts Street, San Luis MO 63116.
So that's your wife's name, right?
Yes.
What's your name, sir?
Thomas Soini.
You want to spell that to me?
THOMAS Thomas SOEENI. So
Okay.
Annie.
Soani, okay. You want to
Yeah.
explain what you're doing?
Yeah, she wanna open a grocery store, a small store for sale, is like herb, like biscuit, like jam, it's grocery store, like a small supermarket. No liquid, no tobacco, no hookah, no liquid, only food stuff, no hot food.
How big is the building?
It's
Approximately.
1,200 square feet.
Okay. And you're not selling any
And
liquor?
two-room, yeah, two-room is big room for restaurant, is back room for rest, for restroom for us, it's something like that, like warehouse.
Are you selling liquor?
No,
Okay. Are you cooking?
no,
So you're not going to have hot food?
no.
Okay. What are your hours?
It's 7:30 or 8 till 6 afternoon.
And how many days?
It's 6 day.
6 days. What day are you going to be closed?
It's Monday.
You're going to be closed on Mondays? Okay.
Yes.
And you're going to close at 6 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay. How many employees will you have?
Only she and I wanna help her,
So just
till
you two?
yes.
Okay. Do you have any parking spots?
Yes, is street off street. And we can use my neighbor it had a church, is and we can use that parking for another day. But I don't think we had a lot customer because we bring only uh, food stuff, food, dried vegetable, something like that. Only using some country in the Middle East, like Iraq, like Syria, like Afghanistan, like Iran. Is we don't. I guess we don't have any lot customer.
I understand. So you don't have any off-street parking, right?
Yeah, we have a off street parking.
Okay. Do you have exterior lighting and surveillance cameras?
Yes, we have it
You have surveillance cameras?
for camera, right? For inside and
Yeah.
outside. Yes, we have it.
Will you make them available for law enforcement if needed?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have access to a commercial dumpster?
Yes, but we don't use it, we don't need it, and I talked by landlord and said, okay.
Okay. So I have a condition, it's a drug paraphernalia condition that we read to all convenience stores. So I'm going to read this to you, and if you want to sell anything on this, now's the time to talk about it, okay?
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to read this. There shall be no sale of items that can be used or are intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling papers, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for drugs, commonly used for drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarillos commonly used or adapted for use involving a controlled substance. Examples of which include, but are not limited to, the following: Phillies, Dutch Masters, White Owl, Swisher Sweets, Splitterillos, Backwoods, Optima, or Garcia Vega. Are you going to sell any of those items, sir?
No,
Okay. No tobacco?
no.
Okay. Are you going to install signs outside?
Yes, but I guess we have to take a permit, right?
Yes, that's why I asked.
Yes, yes,
So make
I
sure
know
you get
that.
those
Well,
permitted, okay?
yes.
Have you reached out to your alderman or neighborhood association?
Yes, my neighbor from my same country, and he has a Persian restaurant here.
Mm-hmm.
It helped us for, started.
Okay. So these are questions we ask everybody now. Will the use
Okay.
be will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
I don't understand but
Will the
please.
use be bad for the neighborhood?
No, no, our neighborhood is nice.
Okay. Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No,
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
no, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody here in favor of this application that would like to speak? Is there anybody opposed to this application that would like to speak? Okay, we'll call this hearing heard. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, I have another quick question. What about this paper on the glass?
You're supposed to have proper blinds or curtains on your glass.
Okay, so we can take it off, right?
You can take it off, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Next case, 1823 McLaren, AOP 12460 25, convenience store with cooking, no liquor, F Neighborhood Commercial District and Dutchtown Special Use District. Oh, sorry, that's not right. Ward 13.
Morning, how you doing?
Good morning. Do you want to give me your name and address, please?
Yeah, Mahmoud Motan.
And what's a
And
good
the
mailing
address
address?
is 1823 McLaren Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63147.
You can receive mail there?
Yes.
Okay. You want to explain what you're doing?
It's a convenience store with cooking, with no liquor. We've been having it for a minute, and they just asked me to do reapply for the occupancy permit. So I had to start over with the occupancy permit.
Did your occupancy get revoked last year?
Yes.
Okay. Were you the owner then?
Yes.
Okay. I got some questions for you, okay?
Yes, go ahead.
What kind of items will you sell in the store?
What kind of item do I sell?
Yes, sir.
Well, we sell food, we sell groceries, some milk, cereal, chips, soda, juice. We sell tobacco too.
Do you sell alcohol?
No, we don't do liquor.
Will you do any kind of cooking?
Yeah, we do cooking. We got a kitchen.
Okay. Do you have seating?
No,
No seating? Okay. What are your days and hours of operation?
9 to 9, Sunday 9 to 8, every day.
Okay. How many employees will you have?
2,
How many per shift?
no, it's only one shift, 9 to 9, 12 hours, 2 employees.
Okay. Do you have exterior lighting and surveillance cameras?
Yes,
Will you make them available to law enforcement if needed?
of course.
Do you have a commercial dumpster?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to read to you this drug paraphernalia condition that we read to all convenience stores. If you want to sell anything on here, now's the time to talk about it, okay?
All right.
Okay. There shall be no sale of items that can be used or are intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances. These items are including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable ladders with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling paper, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarillos commonly used or adapted for use involving a controlled substance. Examples of which include, but are not limited to, the following: Phillies, Dutch Masters, White Owl, Swisher Sweets, Splitterillos, Backwoods, Optimo, Garcia Vega. Are you planning to sell any of those items, sir?
So I cannot sell Swisher and Myrel and Garcia Vega and
Well,
Dr. Johnson.
now's the time to talk about it if you want to sell them.
I mean, yeah, let's do it.
You want to
It's part
sell
of the
cigarillos? Okay.
Yeah, it's
They'll have to be in original packaging only. Okay.
All right.
Are you gonna install any signs?
Well, I only got one sign on top of the building, but I was thinking if I can put any signs outside.
You can, if you just have to get the signs permitted, okay? You can come into our office and we can help you with that.
I got you, Sandy.
Okay. So I got a letter of opposition from your alderman that says, as the alderman of the 13th Ward, I'm in opposition of a convenience store operating at 1823 McLaren Avenue. From previous experience, a convenience store at this location causes negative impact in the neighborhood, which usually leads to unwanted disruptions and violence. My goal is to make the neighborhood a safe and peaceful environment for residents. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to get in touch with the office at 622-3287. Did you reach out to your alderman before this hearing?
Yes, I did. I reached out to her more than one time and I couldn't find her.
Okay. All right. These are questions we ask everybody. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
Yes.
It's asking if it will be bad for the neighborhood.
Well, it's not bad for the neighborhood.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No, ma'am.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Okay, thank you for your testimony. Is there anyone here in support of this application that would like to speak? Is there anybody opposed to this application that would like to speak? Okay, we'll call this case heard. Thank you, Mr. Otan.
So I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So what's gonna happen like after that?
After today, you'll get the results in 14 days from the Board of Public Service. We'll make a recommendation and they'll put it into final in 12 to 14 days, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
Good job. 7700 Ivory Avenue, AOP-11202-24, Cabal Express, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 1. Do I have anybody here for Ivory?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I get your name and a mailing address, please?
Sure. Christine Miles, 318 East Davis, 63111.
How do you spell your last name?
Miles.
Okay. You want to explain what you're doing?
Yeah, we own a small breakfast place right on Ivory, Mama's Breakfast Table, and we'd like to add liquor to the menu. Just a small liquor. It's not going to be a big bar. We open at 7 a.m. and close at 2 p.m. every day, but it's mostly for brunch use, mimosas, Bloody Marys, that kind of thing. Not a big bar business. We're gone out of there by 2 p.m. every day.
Okay. How big is the place?
It's a
Approximately.
total about 2,700 square feet, but that's with kitchen and everything. The front end is about 1,600 square feet.
Are you are you with Cabal Express?
Yeah, he's around the corner. Yeah,
Okay.
he's around the corner.
Okay.
We're right across the street from Stack.
So you're across the street from Cabal Express. Okay.
Yeah.
Approximately how many people will the restaurant hold?
Let's see. I think it's about 120 people. I think that's what the occupancy's for is 120.
Okay. And you're adding alcohol? What are
Yes.
your days and hours of operation?
So we are closed on Mondays, but so Tuesday through Sunday, we're open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay. And do you serve just breakfast food?
Oh, we have lunch too, but breakfast is the big thing.
Okay. Do you have access to a commercial dumpster?
Oh, yes, we have our own.
Okay. Do you have a loading area?
Yes, absolutely.
Where's it at?
In the rear there's a rear door that comes back into the kitchen where they unload, and there's a hallway that comes directly out front. So everything's unloaded right there.
Okay. Are you going to post any new signs?
No, just the same old stuff that's there.
Okay. Do you have any outside seating?
No,
Okay. Do you have a walk-up window or drive-through?
no.
Okay. And let's see, I have a letter of support from Alderwoman Schweitzer.
Mhm.
Okay. So these are questions we ask everybody. Excuse me?
I do have a couple other letters, but I didn't know how to get them to you, to be honest. I have the people that live directly on our parking lot. They're wonderful guys, and from Matt from Stacked. So I have some other support letters too, if I need to mail them down there or whatever.
I can give you an email address. I need to get them by the end of this meeting, so if you can email them right away.
Okay.
It's zoning.
I can do that.
Are you ready? You have a pen?
One second. Yep, go ahead.
Zoning at STLOUIS
Uh-huh.
-mo.gov.
Uh-huh.
And then
Okay. All right.
you can get those to us before the end of the meeting. Otherwise, I can't use them as evidence. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No, ma'am.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
Sandy,
No, ma'am.
we can't hear you any longer.
Excuse me?
I don't know what that was.
Yeah,
It was
somebody else
something else.
cutting in. Yeah, somebody cut in.
Yeah. Well, like, what was that?
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well,
Sandy, we can't hear you.
all right. Well, thank you for your testimony. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, Sandy?
Yeah, call it. There's a dial number.
1310 North Grand Boulevard. Wait, is there anybody in support of the application on Ivory? Is there anybody opposed to this application on Ivory? We'll call this hearing heard.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. 1310
I'm going to send that stuff.
1310 North Grand Boulevard, AOP-10606-24.
This is.
Huh?
Hey, Sandy, can you hear us? Because you're real low.
Okay.
What'd you say, Sandy?
I can hear you very loudly.
Okay, so we're on our end. You're very low.
Can you turn your volume up?
I did. It's not on our end. I don't know.
Is anybody else having problems hearing me? Nobody else is having problems hearing me. Okay.
Okay, well, we'll hold it close to our ear.
Okay. Your case is up now. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
1310 North Grand Boulevard, AOP-10606-24, existing convenience store with cooking, no liquor, amending conditions number 1 and number 14. H Area Commercial District, Ward 11. Who do I have here representing this application?
You have Malik Sims and Sunny Narani.
Who's going to be speaking?
Both of us, if that's all right.
Well, who's going to be speaking first?
Malik will be.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It'll be me, Sandy. Well, that's weird. We can barely
Do you
hear
want
Sandy.
to, do you want to
Turn it back up.
explain? You want to explain what you're doing here?
Yes, ma'am. So, Sandy, um, as you know, we had some previous issues. We've straightened all those out. We rebranded per Alderwoman Key's request to now Phillips 66. And the problem is when the tornado hit, the from the Fox Theater all the way up to Page, they're working on the streets. So the streets have been closed, and the tornado, those have both affected the income of the business as well. We rebranded to Phillips 66. So that was a huge cost to us as well. So the request is that we scale back on the security and increase the operating hours.
So what operating hours are you trying to increase it to?
Sonny,
So we're trying to
Wait,
go to
wait, I don't,
yeah, the drive up.
can
I'm
I get
sorry.
your name and address?
I'm sorry, I said. Oh, that's Sonny. Your name and address.
Oh, Sunny Narani,
Address.
275 Union.
Can I get the spelling of your last name?
Narani, Noorani.
Okay, now, what are the hours of operation you're trying to increase it to?
Currently we're open from 8 to 11, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. And we have a drive-up window that was previously in use for the overnight hours. We're trying to open the store up with the drive-up window for overnight hours. Customers will not be allowed inside, only for drive-ups purchases such as gasoline, in order to increase revenue.
So you want to go 24 hours?
Yes, ma'am. For the drive-up, yes, ma'am.
Have you talked to your alderman or neighborhood association?
Yes, ma'am. We've talked to Alderwoman Keys. I think she's
in support.
I think she's in support of our
She has not
request.
sent,
We know she is.
she has not sent a letter of support.
She has
Do you
not
have a
sent a
letter-
letter of support.
Do you have a letter of support from her?
No, it was more of a verbal conversation.
Okay.
Well, I can request a letter from her if that's
Yeah,
needed.
we might continue this until you get a letter of support from her, okay? And then
Okay.
the petitioner is to have a licensed and bonded security guard present at the business from 4 p.m. to close 7 days a week.
Somebody want.
So that's the other condition that we're trying to ask lifted, because currently the traffic flow, because of North Grand Boulevard being closed, the traffic flow has been cut to half. Originally, we needed the security to manage the flow of traffic onto the property, but now because traffic is half of what it was originally, we feel like it's no longer needed. And on top of that, the business cannot really sustain the cost of the security because of the revenue being cut in half due to the tornado and due to the North Grand Boulevard being closed down on both ends. Actually, on the other end, North Grand Boulevard has also been closed down for the past month as well.
So North Grand Boulevard still closed from the tornado?
Well, one side has been closed from the tornado, from the Fox Theater down to Page, and on the other end, I guess it's part of a road improvement project, but the road has been closed down. So traffic, I don't have the traffic study in front of me, but I think traffic has been halved of what it was initially.
Is it still closed from the tornado?
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's from the tornado, but the road is still closed. Yes.
So North Grand's closed on both ends?
Yeah. And then if you go on Page, though, all the houses that housed a lot of our customers, they had tornado damage, which a lot of people have now left vacant, the housing, while I guess the houses are awaiting repairs or being sold or what. So now a lot of our customer base has picked up and moved out of the neighborhood, which has tremendously hurt us.
So I know the
in terms
background.
of
I know the background of this business. Do you think you're not having problems because you have a security guard there?
No, I think we're not having problems because the customer flow. Well, the store was having problems due to the old ownership. We've been here for about a year now, I think so. I think almost at a year point, and I think in that year time frame, we have managed well. We have good employees that patrol the property. We have, basically we have cleaned up the property. We don't tolerate loitering. We don't tolerate soliciting. We don't tolerate hand-to-hand drug sales. So I think just the time period of giving us a year of like showing that the customer base that this is a new business, we don't do business the same way that the previous ownership did, that has tremendously cleaned up the business and the property, and we don't foresee any issues.
Okay, I'm going to read you the drug paraphernalia condition, and you can tell me if you're going to sell anything of this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There shall be no sale of items that can be used or are intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling papers, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarillos commonly used or adapted for use involving a controlled substance, examples of which include, but are not limited to, the following: Phillies, Dutch Masters, White House, Swisher Sweets, Splitterillos, Backwoods, Optima, Garcia Vega. Are you selling anything on this list?
The only thing we sell is cigars in the original packaging. Everything else we do not sell.
Okay.
Oh, and I think Malik wants to hop in.
Okay, go ahead, Malik.
Yes, ma'am. Sandy, we'll reach out to Laura as soon as Alderwoman Keys, I'm sorry, as soon as we get off the call and get the letter to you. Can we expedite the rehearing if that's okay? Because we're really hurting. We're losing a lot of money.
Okay. I'll discuss this with you. You can call my office after this, okay? All right.
Yes, ma'am. All right, and I'll get the letter from Laura right away.
Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No, ma'am. I think it would actually be a boost if we were be open later hours, because a lot of customers get turned away past 11 p.m. and a lot of them get upset because there's no other gas stations that they can go to for gasoline products and stuff like that.
All right. Will the use cause serious injury to the neighborhood by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Is there
you, ma'am.
anyone here in support of this application that would like to speak? Is there anyone opposed to this application that would like to speak? Okay, we'll call this hearing heard. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Sandy.
Thank you. 2323 South Jefferson Avenue, AOP-11841. Convenience store, no liquor, no cooking, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 7.
Anthony Jimenez. I'm here on behalf of 2323 South Jefferson.
Are you the owner?
No, I'm not.
Are you just representing the business? What's your relation to the business?
I'm representing the business owner, Safine Masleh, and the property owners as well.
Okay. You want to explain what you're doing here?
So today we're seeking a conditional use permit to allow Safine Masleh to open a second convenience store in the Fox Park neighborhood. He's the new lease owner of the business located at 2323 South Jefferson. So we understand the importance of meeting and conferring with the neighborhood association and Alderwoman Alicia Saunier. We've had 4 official meetings with Fox Park neighborhood. The first meeting was with their Historic Standards and Committee on July 24th. This meeting was attended by me, and the property owner was present, and we heard the concerns from the committee, and they identified concerns with the previous owners with security, loitering, littering, food options, and they were also requested the experience of the new owner, Mr. Masleh. And so following that meeting, we identified that we could the following concessions would be made to directly address that. And we sent them an email on July 31st. We would remove all bars on the windows to improve the streetscape. We would enhance lighting, improve and increase existing security cameras inside and outside of the buildings. And to improve security, loitering, we have a strict no loitering policy enforced by staff through signage, and staff immediately addressing any behavior and informing police after prior steps have been taken. Littering, we would install additional trash and recycle containers at all entrances of the building and at all entrances of the premises and entry points of the property. And the staff would have regularly scheduled daily sweeps to ensure that the property is clean and up to the standards of the Fox Park neighborhood. As to the request that additional food options and local, other than just kind of like prepackaged items, we conceded that we would have local produce, fresh organic food options, and we'd invite local businesses to sell their products and locally made St. Louis products within the store to give consumers a broad variety of different options to eat. And then we provided Mr. Safian's experience as a convenience store owner. He successfully ran a convenience store, still runs a convenience store in Princeton Heights neighborhood, located at 6977 Gravois. He's been the owner there for over 10 years, and with over 120 numerous independent reviews, I believe he has a 4.1 stars on Google. So the second meeting we had with Fox Park was on July 31st, and me and Safine were present, and we were not put on the agenda, unfortunately, and we were allowed only 2 minutes to speak. No vote was scheduled, and we spoke to the general members of the assembly. We also met with Alderwoman Alicia Saulnier during that meeting and expressed our desire to be a part of the neighborhood and open Mr. Safine's visits there. We also sent her a letter on April 29th requesting her support. The third time, we actually had to go back and re-meet with the Historic and Standards Committee, and that occurred on August 19th, and Mr. Safine appeared as well. He reiterated his commitment to the neighborhood and willingness to provide all accommodations that they were requesting. And at this meeting, we were told by the chair of the committee, Mr. Jay Reeves, that no matter our concessions nor our accommodations that we would make, the neighborhood would always oppose Safine opening a convenience store. And nevertheless, we requested that a vote be given to the general members of the assembly to allow this vote to go through so that we could have a support or opposition. And that vote occurred on August 28th. This was our second meeting in front of the General Assembly. This time we were allowed only 2 minutes to present, and the Neighborhood Association, which was represented by Jay Reeves at the meeting, was allowed an indefinite amount of time to present. And ultimately, after presentations were given, the vote was decided by only 3 votes. 4 in favor and 7 against, and then they prepared a letter of opposition. We reviewed that letter of opposition, and the items they identified as reasons to not support the store was they requested a more walkable option, which we have directly addressed by removing the bars, improving littering and loitering. They wish to a business to support local entrepreneurship, which we believe is supported by Safian as a small business owner. They also stated they wish to foster a more vibrant and diverse commercial corridor. But in this request, they exclude Mr. Safian, who is an immigrant and a minority small business owner. They identified prepackaged foods as an issue that being sold at his convenience store. However, we addressed that by stating we would provide local food produce, and they identified prior issues with littering, which Mr. Savine does not at all tolerate. And he runs a clean convenience store as shown by his other store. And finally, they identify in their opposition not any specific allegation of nuisance or misconduct, but they simply state for the fact that they are opposed because Safine is intending to run a convenience store. And notably, the Neighborhood Association did not provide any other alternative options other than their desire to have a vacant, abandoned building that's unlit. over Mr. Safine opening his store. We believe that that is the desire to have a vacant, abandoned building in any area of St. Louis City is detrimental to the neighborhood and spirit of St. Louis culture. And we're requesting that Safine be provided with a fair shot at opening his business and store and showing that he will follow through with these promises. We also sent Alderwoman Alicia Saunier another letter outlining these issues on September 16th. And yes, we are currently seeking a conditional use permit here.
Thank you. I got some questions for you, okay?
Of course.
Let's see. What types of items are you selling?
So the types of foods will be beverages, organic and commercial beverages, local produce, organic produce, and convenience store items such as and local home good items, I believe, as well. Mrs. Fine's also going to be selling tobacco products at his store.
Will you sell
But
any
no liquor.
alcohol? No alcohol, okay.
No, ma'am.
Good morning. I'm on the line. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut both of you off. Hello?
Who is?
Yes, I believe that's Mr. Safine.
Okay, we'll come to you in a minute, okay?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I just want to make sure you know I'm here. Thank you.
Okay, I'll come back to you in a minute. What would be the hours of operation?
The hours of operation would be
Do I
You're gonna
need to
be-
go to the owner for that? I need to get you.
no, they will be Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
How many employees do you anticipate?
I believe it will be 3 employees in total, including Mr. Safine.
How many per shift?
1.
Do you have any off-street parking spaces?
Yes.
How many do you have about?
We have roughly 15 to 20 spaces.
Is this the old 7-Eleven?
No, it's not.
Okay. Do you have exterior lighting and surveillance cameras?
We currently have some in place and are willing to increase.
Will you make them available for law enforcement if needed?
Absolutely.
Do you have access to a commercial dumpster?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I'm going to read you the drug paraphernalia condition, and you let me know now if they plan on selling any of these items, okay? There shall be no sale of items that can be used or are intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screens, rolling papers, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or other substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarillos commonly used or adapted for use involving a controlled substance, examples of which include, but are not limited to, the following: Phillies, Dutch Masters, White Owl, Swisher Sweets, Splitterillos, Backwoods, Optima, Garcia Vega. Are you planning on selling any of those items?
No, ma'am.
No cigarettes, no cigars?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are you going to install any signs?
Yes. I'm sorry. No, ma'am. There will be no signs.
No additional signs?
No additional signage.
I have a couple letters of opposition here. A letter of opposition from the Fox Park Neighborhood Association and a letter of opposition from the owners of Green Finch Theater and Dive.
I don't believe I'm familiar with the second letter of opposition.
I think I just received it today. Green Finch, co-owners of the Green Finch Theater and Dive, 2525 South Jefferson. Okay, these are questions we ask everybody. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No, ma'am.
Will the use cause serious injury to neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, we'd like to add just that having an open and run business such as this that is a lot more beneficial to all of the needs of the of South Jefferson corridor over an abandoned and vacant building, which is what was desired over this, and especially without any other options currently provided to us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your testimony. Is there anybody here in support of this application that would like to speak? Did the
Dean
owner want
Peters.
to- Okay. Can I get your name and address, please?
Sure. Dean Peters, 18, business address is 7711 Crondelet in Clayton.
Okay, what would you like to add?
On behalf of the owner of the property, Lion Petroleum, we have some letters of support from residents espousing that in support of Mr. Stefan, who's met with them repeatedly and opposed to a vacant building and with no other options offered by Mr. Reeves for the building, and that we have no offers from Mr. Reeves to purchase the building or contribute it in any way to any kind of use. They said that the use of Mr. Sufjan they're in favor of. Those were sent to us directly as opposed to the board, so we'd like to get those to you this week.
Okay, I will put the email in chat that you can send it to. It's zoning@stlewis-mo.gov.
Thank you.
They need to be here by the end of this hearing, so it needs to come in now, okay?
Okay. And we also, as on behalf of the owner, Lion Petroleum has gas stations and convenience stores throughout St. Louis and Missouri. We work very closely with the City of St. Louis Police Department and the representative captains of the different districts. We meet with them regularly, engage for over 10 years of engaged in safety, loitering enforcement, littering enforcement, prohibition of any drug paraphernalia in our stores. And we have the rights to enforce the lease with Mr. Sufjan and the rights to maintain all of the conditions required by the City of St. Louis and the Fox Park neighborhood.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody else in support of this application that would like to speak? Is there anybody opposed to this application that would like to speak?
Yes, I am.
Can I get your, okay, I'll take Shannon first. Can I get your name and mailing address, please?
Yes, Shannon Ware, 2311 South Jefferson Avenue, immediately adjacent to the subject properties.
Okay, what would you like to add, ma'am?
Okay, I've lived at this building for over 3 years. My family and grandchildren live there. This building was previously a convenience store that was problematic. It's also contiguous with the car wash at 2313 South Jefferson, which is right next door, and literally butts up right next to my kitchen window. Both properties over these years have suffered from loitering, nuisance, massive amounts of trash outside my front door. The owners have a demonstrative history, despite their fine words, of not taking care of these properties. In fact, the trash was so bad only a week ago that we had to make multiple calls of service for public health hazard and nuisance. We had raccoons and rats and roaches coming into our house. These people do not take care of these properties. So I'm vehemently opposed to this use. It would be better to have a vacant building than to have this here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Do I have anybody else that would like to speak in that position?
Yes, hello. My name is Colin Healy. I'm one of the owners of Greenfinch who submitted that letter of opposition last night.
Can I get a mailing address for you, please?
Yes, our physical address is 2525 South Jefferson, but our mailing address is P.O. Box 58638, St. Louis, Missouri 63158.
What would you like to add?
I just wanted to clarify a couple points. That our letter of opposition is also co-signed by Patrick Clapp, the owner of Coffee Stamp at 2511 South Jefferson, Addison Lewis, the manager of Adventures of Intrigue across the street, 2400 South Jefferson, and also Alan Thompson, the owner of Trader Bob's Tattoo at 2529 South Jefferson. Our letter basically outlines the views of the zoning board, it sounds like, but I wanted to make clear the element of like having a more diverse use on the block, having nothing to do with the owner, but in any way, it's more about the fact that this would be the third convenience store in a 500-foot radius on our block. We already have Dollar General and Sam's Mini Mart, and this conditional use is up, and it's really about the fact that we don't need 3 convenience stores on the same block. We'd like to see a more mixed use here in one way or another, and having an abandoned building for a time is in the view of the neighbors and the view of the businesses, at least on the block that share the block with this current use. We'd rather it sit empty for a time to see a use that's a little bit more, that provides a little bit more variety for the neighborhood than having a third convenience store literally within a 500-foot radius. And that's all I have to add.
Thank you. Alderwoman Saunier, I see your hand is raised. Would you like to speak? Can I get a mailing address for you?
Cindy, she's stepping out. She's in an SLDC meeting right now, but while she's stepping out, I can give you 1200 Market Street, room 230 as her address.
Okay. There she is.
Hi.
Can I get
Sorry, there's going to be some noise in my background.
That's okay. Name and mailing address.
I'm Alderwoman Saunier. I have the pleasure of serving as the Alderwoman for the 7th Ward, and my mailing address is 1200 Market Street, Suite 230.
Okay, what would you like to add?
So I wanted to add a few things in reference to the conversation. Number one, I first just want to mention that whatever the process is that a neighborhood committee does, at the end of the day, they take stances as a neighborhood. And so the breakdown of how the vote went is really irrelevant. But in addition to that, the breakdown of the vote was actually very inaccurate and was misinforming. The vote that was taken at the committee for this board's knowledge and context was actually a 7-2 vote. And it would have been stronger, but there were also some committee members that were not able to be present at that meeting. In addition to the fact that the neighborhood meeting, when this was taken up, which is, a committee kind of reviews and interacts with the potential developer or business owner, they make a recommendation to the overall neighborhood and then conglomerate of neighborhood attendees at the meeting vote. And that room also overwhelmingly opposed the project. So I definitely want to push back and make sure there's no misinformation here about the fact that the community is overwhelmingly in opposition to the project. In addition, I know that there was someone who got on and said that some residents reached out to them. I'm the alderwoman of the 7th Ward, so I'll be the one to speak for the residents of the neighborhood as their elected representative. And if there was to be another voice, it probably would be the organized body that is the Fox Park neighborhood, who's the other official entity of representation that has also opposed. I also wanted to follow up that if you review all the documents that your board has in front of you, I know today it was mentioned that they're going to offer organic produce. This is the first time I've heard that ever mentioned. And we've been discussing this business, probably over 6 months at this point. And I've never heard in a development subcommittee meeting, I've never received an email nor on any of the paperwork before you, it all says convenience store, no liquor. It has never been mentioned at all. It's not come up in any conversation that it was going to be organic produce. And so I think to say that here in this space is also disingenuous and not record, since everything has been non-perishable, which again, I would just encourage you all to review all of the documents that are in front of you as that. And then I also wanted to add to this conversation about, walkability. Again, I think you all have these discussions all the time. A community's walkability, removing the bars from your window does not mean that you're adding to the walkability of a community. And so I don't see the connection there. I think one of the things that I think you all should be aware of is that this neighborhood is actually in the process of updating their master plan, which is basically a shared vision amongst residents of their long-term development goals. So they're in the process of having very intentional conversations about what this looks like and what they would like where. And as mentioned before, there's a Quick Trip within walking distance. There's a Phillips 66 within walking distance. There's a Dollar General within walking distance. And so a lot of what I've heard from the neighborhood's opposition is just rooted in this idea of that this business is not offering something that is a community need, that we already have more than 2 or 3 businesses within walking distance. We could go further and there's even more, but we'll just say within walking distance that meet this need, and it's not aligned with the long-term goals. And I just really, again, I want to highlight that I've also seen throughout this process just a lot of kind of the things that I heard in the testimony today, where there's suddenly new information last minute before a board, or now we're saying we're going to have produce, or now we're saying we're going to do this, but those things are not discussed in the process, despite the fact that I have seen the neighborhood have a development committee that has spent hours upon hours at this point with this business to have these conversations. So there's really no excuse to be doing, last minute information or last minute announcements that's nowhere in your paperwork. So I just really wanted to uplift all of those things and provide that context. And I also wanted to mention that I know it was mentioned that, we've been in business for 20 years and we have a reputation. That's not true. The reason the reason this business is before you is because every time ownership changes, and ownership is a big deal because ownership dictates how a business is operated, it has to come back and for you. And I also just want to put on the record that this business was actually operated previously as a gas station. So a gas station is very different from a convenience store. So again, just a lot of misinformation. So I wanted to express both my opposition, but also provide some clarity and some facts and just make sure that we're having one honest, transparent conversation here and echo my opposition. You guys also should have just received a letter with my opposition as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Anya, can you stay on the line? Because
Did
we have a hard time.
Miss Sonia, did you just send a letter of opposition? Because I
Yes.
don't have one from you. Okay.
Yes.
All
Could
right.
I real quick say that, Ms. Sonia, you
Well,
know that
we're going to have rebuttal come back.
Okay. I'm just asking if we could stay on the line.
Okay. Do I have anybody else in opposition to this application that would like to speak?
Yep.
Okay. Fox Park Neighborhood Association. Can I get your name and mailing address?
My name is Sarah Levin, Levin. I'm president of Fox Park Neighborhood Association. And my mailing address is 2759 Russell Boulevard.
Okay. What would you like to add?
I just want to make sure that it's clear that we do have a process in Fox Park on how we handle these things, and we operate with a really strong committee system. So yes, there was limited time at our general meetings because we do try to keep those to a reasonable amount of time for our residents, but we have a really strong committee, which our committee chair is on here as well, that gives a lot of time to these matters, a lot of attention and consideration. And there's hours that were given to speak to the committee. And that's the process that this neighborhood association, this successful neighborhood association has determined is to go by committees, and then the committee provides their recommendation to the general membership, does the legwork for the members. And then that's when there's a limited presentation to the general at the general meetings, just because we have really long agendas. And we did have discussions and a lot of communication back and forth. We made ourselves available as much as needed. It's unfortunate that this is not the type of business that we feel will lift our neighborhood. And so again, it's not, we don't know these owners, but it's that this is not the type of business that is needed in the neighborhood now. And so I just want to clarify a couple of those things. We've written a letter, everything. I don't want to repeat what's in the letter that was written. So
All right,
that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that wants to speak in opposition?
I'll speak very briefly if possible.
Can I get your name and mailing address?
This is Jay Reeves. I'm at 2748 Allen Avenue.
What would you like to add?
I want to echo what's been said by the alderwoman and our board president. And the only thing I'll add on to is we had over 2.5 hours of conversations with the committee. I'm the committee chair. I think it's a gross mischaracterization to say that they gave a couple minutes to talk to the neighborhood and I had unlimited time. I just wanted to point out that since May, we've had emails about this. We've met with them 2 times, one time because their operator didn't show up. But they had over 2 hours of committee time, volunteers in the neighborhood that spoke with them, and they repeated the same story over and over again. So I think it's a little disingenuous the way that they're characterizing conversations. And I had probably an hour of conversations with Anthony Jimenez outside of those committees and hours of times responding to their emails. So don't want to further anything about we're opposed as a neighborhood. I'm opposed as an individual. I think it's a mischaracterization to start talking about votes and process instead. But the alderman and the board president just said the same thing. So I appreciate both their contributions. So thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to speak in opposition? Okay, Mr. Anthony, I'll give you 3 minutes in rebuttal if you'd like.
Thank you. So, as far as Mrs. Alderwoman Alicia Saulnier's statements, so the meeting minutes that Fox Park neighborhood has produced on their website shows and reflects the final vote that I was present for. I don't believe she was also present, but final vote that I'm completely aware of is 4-7, with 3 being the deciding vote, and a significant number of those 7 against were just the Historic Standards Committee. The fact that she was not aware of our concessions on removing the bars on the windows, additional security, loitering, littering, food, and his experience, I have no answer to. If she would have been fully present at all of the meetings that we had with Fox Park, she would be completely aware of those concessions that we made. I believe we first made that direction to Fox Park in July 31st email. So I don't believe there's any misinformation that has been provided by us or mischaracterization. And the fact that there is, they identified other, I believe, 2 gas stations and 1 Dollar General. While they are within a nearby radius, those are not within the Fox Park neighborhood. So that also seems like a mischaracterization of exactly like the distance there. So a lot of the issues with the previous convenience store are issues with the previous convenience store, and the we can just look at Mr. Safine's experience at running his own convenience store, and his experience is very like profound. He runs it very well. He does not have a tolerance for any loitering, any littering, and he's never doesn't have any notable or known issues with any of the Princeton Heights neighborhood. So while we were presented during each committee meeting, we were presented with concerns, and we directly addressed them as we laid out as all of our concessions, but provided to the general meeting and to the general members of the assembly of Fox Park, we were only provided 2 minutes at each meeting, which rebuttal in opposition was not provided with any time limit or time constraint. Whether they took how much time they took is up to them, but they were not provided with a limited amount of time as we were. And yep, I believe that's all I have at this point in time.
Okay, thank you.
Officer, this is Dan Peters on behalf of the owner real quickly.
Okay, very quickly.
Yeah, and I appreciate the president's professionalism here. I'm sorry I don't recall her name, although I met you personally. I think that I don't understand the animus here. I don't understand that claims of disingenuous over and over again. We have to try to come and meet and discuss. We did it multiple times. I don't know that we're saying anything dishonest. And I'm trying to say that Lion Petroleum is the second largest petroleum company in the state of Missouri. We have a lot of experience with redevelopment, development, and we've met multiple times. We've asked to meet multiple times. And with the president, I'd ask personally, we do these types of projects. And if you have something else in mind for the property, please discuss that with us. We've been kind of painted as bad people here and disingenuous people. I understand wanting to improve your neighborhood, but there's never been a suggestion to us of what this other thing is. And as to Ms. Ware, we were not the owner of the property. That was Jump Oil that owned the property and during the conditions that she was talking about. Lion Petroleum runs clean properties all over the state of Missouri. Sufjan runs a clean store in city of St. Louis, and you have our commitment. We will do so.
Thank you. We'll call this hearing heard. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.